Ugh, man, what a hassle with this motor, huh? I'm really getting tired of waiting. I wish it was here, guys. You know, I bought it off of eBay, and the vendor was really highly rated. So, you know, he's from Fort Sumner, New Mexico. Sumner. So I kind of looked that up a little bit, and I thought, oh, okay, Fort Sumner. There was a military fort by that name back in the 1800s, and their claim to fame now is that that's where Billy the Kid was killed by Pat Garrett, 1881. So he's Billy the Kid is buried at the old military cemetery at the fort, and there's a couple of guys competing that say they have the headstone or gravestone or the grave of Billy the Kid. So there's some controversy about that. But back in 1953, a family by the name of Sweet opened up the Billy the Kid Museum. And it's still open to this day and run by members of the family. So I'm like, okay, great. And then I see in the last census that the population is down to about 1,000. I said, oh, okay. So I'm starting to think that it's the Pony Express, right? Yeah, I figure either the rider was hung over and missed the pickup of my sewing motor, or maybe the horse came up with a lame foot. You know, that happens. The more I think about it, I'm going to go with the horse having the lame foot, because I just bet those Pony Express guys can hold their saddle even if they're drunk. So that's just my opinion. But by now I hope you've noticed this empty plate, dinner plate, on my workbench. If you haven't, you're not paying attention. But what this is about is this motor situation reminds me of a couple weeks ago. I went to my favorite Mexican restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, I've been going there since the very first day they opened in 1984. In my opinion, the best Mexican food in the Valley of the Sun here. And, you know, I had reservations, and it was to do with a birthday of a family member. And we're thinking about this great Mexican food all day long. Oh, man. So we get there. Our reservation's good. They seat us within about 2 minutes. And a nice atmosphere. Oh, the smell from the kitchen. Oh, man. My mouth's already watering. People are relaxing. They're having a good time. It's the middle of the week, you know. But people are having a beer, a glass of wine, eating, chatting. Very nice atmosphere at this place. And we already know what to order. Boom, here's our order. We're waiting for it. So they bring out, you know, they bring out the chips, they bring out the salsa, they deliver our drinks. Hey, we're having a good time. I'm guzzling iced tea like there's no tomorrow, because it's still 108 degrees out outside. And, you know, all of a sudden we notice, gee, our food's not here. What happened to our food? And I start looking around, and I see other people kind of like chips and salsa getting low or gone, drinks are low, waitresses and waiters running around. Oh, have some more chips, have some more salsa. So I know the waitress really well, right? She comes over and she goes, Andy, I'm sorry, kitchen's really slow tonight. You know, and I'm like, oh, okay. Everything's cool. She goes, yeah, it's just slow. I'm sorry. You want some more chips and salsa? I said, no, get these out of here. I'm saving room for my enchiladas. Oh, man, yeah. So finally, food comes. Hey, you know, and let me tell you, it was worth the wait, because after sitting there that long and smelling every time they'd come out of the kitchen, that smell would come floating out. Oh, man. So nice. So, you know, the food came, and it was worth the wait. It was fine. Everything was great. Service was good. They comped us some free desserts if we wanted them. You know, sorry, kitchen just a little slow today. Had some problem with the main gas stove or something, but everything's cool. So, in the end, worth the wait. Glad we made the trip. Totally satisfied. So I think that that's what this motor thing reminds me. And I thought, well, you know, they're smart. Restaurants are smart. If the kitchen's slow or there's a delay, they keep bringing you more drinks or they bring you appetizers. So, aha. That's what AndyTube viewers need. I got to come up with an appetizer while they're waiting for the main course of the motor. So I perused through literally thousands of pictures I've taken over the years, and I found my folder from a few years back where I took some close-up pictures of the motor parts. So today I've been slaving over a hot desktop computer, cropping them, brightening them up a little bit, and putting names of the parts on there. And I've made a little appetizer slideshow for you of the parts of a PA motor. Ta-da! So that's going to follow here, and I hope it holds you over until the motor gets here and I can get started with the restoration. Thanks for tuning in. And you know, if you really get bored while you're waiting, you could memorize these motor parts if you want. But there's not going to be a test or anything like that. Just a request that hang in there, and that motor will get here pretty soon and we'll get started. I hope you enjoy the slideshow. Take care.